Why are you gonna yell over me? Okay, it's Val.
And Celine.
And Celine. And today we're going to be doing a story time because, damn, did I have an interesting morning.
Honestly, to be honest, I thought you died that morning.
I don't even know.
I typically, like, you know how I go crazy and I'm like, where's my friend? I didn't care about you that day.
Good to know the concern. The one time that I was alone for more than 6 hours, you decided not to text me.
Yeah, I think I was like really busy and I was like, can she stop texting me?
Liar. Alright, well, to start off, I was staying at my mom's and I didn't go to sleep until like 5 in the morning and finally fell asleep. So happy. Yes. And I get a phone call at 7:30 in the morning and it's my mom. And I'm like, you have to be shitting me. So I answer the phone and she's like, what are you doing? What do you think I'm doing? It's 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Yeah, it was Saturday. And she's like, oh, well, my car broke down, so you have to come get me. I was like, okay, all right.
Wait, set the scene.
All right.
North Jersey, Valerie, purple, fuzzy sweatshirt.
No, I'm not even there yet. Not even, I'm still in bed. And she's like, okay, so hurry up. I hang up. I flip over to the other side and start crying, full on crying. I was so upset that this was happening to me right now. Okay, so I roll my ass out of bed thinking it's an emergency. I'm in my pajamas. I had my Christmas tree pant pajamas on, and then I had my purple fuzzy
Walmart sweatshirt.
Like, I don't know what
It's
material it is. It's just
it
really
wants to
fuzzy.
Be velour, but it's not.
Huge. I was like, oh shit. Didn't put makeup on, threw on my baseball cap, and then my fancy winter jacket in Uggs. So I'm marching out of my house, and my grandpa's like, where the fuck are you going? And I'm like, to rescue your child as usual. So I left. And I get in the car. It's -7 this morning. And I'm like, okay. So I get in the car. I finally get there. She's on the side of the highway off of one of the exits. And my uncle's there. And I'm like,
so why did you need me?
why did she call me acting like it was an extreme emergency? So I roll up, throw the car in park, get out, and I walk up. My mom has my uncle working with no gloves on her car, -7, and she's sitting in his car in the heat. Just sitting there, nothing, no care in the world. So I run over and I'm banging on her window. And she's like, what the fuck? And she gets out, she's like, oh, good, you're here. And I'm like, what's going on? Is it the battery? Do you need a new battery? Or whatever. And she's like, no. I don't know. They say it's not the battery, but it could be something else. And I'm like, okay, why am I here? And she's like, oh, well, the tow truck's on the way. So I want you to take me home. Cool, not too bad. I get back in my car, throw the seat back, and I'm like, I'm gonna sleep for the half hour that it takes the tow truck to get there.
Didn't he get there really fast?
My mom, because she doesn't have like roadside assistant, tried to be my aunt. She pretended to be my aunt with these fuckers on the phone and messed up and was like, oh, that she's on the parkway. Apparently, certain tow truck services won't save you if you're stranded on the parkway.
Yeah, you have to know exactly like what route.
FYI, don't get stranded on the parkway.
New Jersey Parkway.
Yeah.
Garden
so,
State
but
Parkway.
she's off. She's like on some route. Off
It's
of
Route 19. I
whatever.
know. Yeah.
Route 19 off the thing. So she's on the phone with this guy, being like pretending to be my aunt.
I said, like,
And it's like, yeah, I'm on the parkway, but I'm off of exit, whatever, 152 that it was, but right on the thing. And he's like, they're not understanding what they're saying. So the lady eventually was like, but the lady was like, is it okay if we send the state troopers tow truck?
And you pay for that.
And you pay for that out of pocket. And my mom, because she doesn't speak English.
But didn't the lady on the phone, like, not speak English either?
It was an Indian woman speaking to a Spanish woman. Neither of them spoke English.
When it's, like, basically, like, a rule or, like, everywhere has, like, oh, para español, prima, uno.
She won't click one. She won't click
something.
one. She refuses to do that. Because she's in America now.
So you're screaming at someone who most likely is in India and doesn't know where the fuck outsourcing. Not good. Don't outsource.
So she said, and they're doing that, and my mom says okay, not realizing what she said okay to.
I'm just gonna put this here.
So we're sitting in the car. My uncle finally leaves because he has to go back, obviously, to his children and whatever.
And his job.
Well, he doesn't work until nighttime, but back to his children. And I'm sitting in the car with my mom, and I'm like, okay, bored as fuck. And she's sitting there. Half hour goes by, an hour goes by, an hour and a half goes by, 2 hours go by. And I'm like, Mom, where the fuck is the tow truck driver? And she's like, I don't know. So then the guy finally calls my mom and is like, I can't find you. You're not on the parkway. And my mom's like yelling at him, giving him all that attitude, being like, yeah, I know I'm not on the parkway. I told you I'm off of exit 152. So he's like, no, that makes no sense. So he pulls up and finally finds us, and he gets out, and my mom gets out, and she's filling out the paperwork, and he's like, oh, that's going to be $200 if I take you. Literally 3 minutes. It was like, the mechanic was like 3 to 4 minutes away. And $200. And my mom, ¿Qué?
Yeah, because he's not in his jurisdiction.
Oh my God. And I'm sitting in the car, like putting my hat down, like, oh my God, my mom's gonna start screaming at this poor guy doing his job.
Who works for the state.
Yes. Yeah.
Why is she on
So eventually, she finally was like, okay, bye, bitch. Signed the paper. He left, called my aunt, and had my aunt get on the phone with them and do it.
Mind you, all these people have jobs. Like...
Everyone has to work except for me. It was me. I wanted to sleep on Saturday. And I'm like, okay. So now I got there initially at 8 o'clock. At this point, it's already 10, almost 10:30.
No, dude, it was like 11.
Not yet. It was like 10:30. My mom calls my aunt and is like, can you talk to them and figure out what's going on? I don't know. My aunt was on the phone with them for an hour because then they had to conduct an investigation because my mom fucked up, and then, like, you know, the whole, my mom was playing to be my aunt, and then my aunt is now calling them, and that's illegally.
So your aunt was like, oh, my sister's on the side of the road.
Yeah, trying to fix the situation of this is where she is, but now they're like, we have to look into it because now something doesn't seem right. So they're sitting there.
Smart.
I'm on the verge of tears because I'm like, I didn't sleep at all because I fell asleep watching Conan the Barbarian, and I had such fucked up dreams for the 3 hours that I slept before that phone call. I mean, naked men fighting this close to your face. Not as hot as you would think. Very scary.
I don't know.
So I didn't sleep. Though, the guy that plays Conan the Barbarian, what's his name?
Jason
Momoa.
Khal Drogo. Him as Khal Drogo. Oh, I just want to, like, bend him over.
Fuck you.
Again and again and again.
I will fuck you up. You, Chris, yeah, up your ass. Shove it up your ass.
Okay.
And anyway, so I'm sitting there traumatized, and my aunt and my mom's freaking out, being like, I don't understand what the big deal is. What's going on? Why everything is so hard? It's like, it's hard because of you, bitch.
Side note, Valerie's mother is very, it's me.
And I can't do no wrong.
No. Like, everyone's stupid because there's a way she would do it, or like, if you don't do it the way she says it, you're wrong. Like, she's so down for some illegal shit that it's like, no.
It's bad. She bullies me. But anyway,
she stole because of her. That's another story.
Yeah, I did. That's a different story for a different day.
Story.
But yeah, so I'm sitting there, and now it's 12:30. My mom has to be at work by 2 o'clock. It's 12:30, and my aunt gets off the phone and is like, all right, they're gonna come get you. It's fine, but they're not gonna be there for like another hour and a half.
You're not priority.
Yeah, no, because you're alive and you're okay.
Yeah, you're not dying.
So at this point, it's like, okay, we're gonna wait the hour and a half. At this point, my mom and I are both, shit, I have to pee really bad. And there's nowhere to go because the hill of, what's it called? Like the drop off of the route was like too steep. Like if you were to try to go behind a tree, you would die.
Oh.
Like you would slide down. Like
the embankment.
Unreal. So I'm sitting in the car and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna piss my pants. Like for the first time in my life, I'm like, I'm literally gonna piss my pants. So my mom's like, I have to pee too. And she's more of a baby than I am. So she's literally, please, I have to go to the bathroom. I need to pee. So I'm like, I'm pissed. Threw my car in drive, put it right up behind her car. I was like, okay, I'm gonna open my door. You open your car door and then pee in the middle of the doors. And she's like, okay, no problem. Fucking goes. Because if I didn't come up with that idea, she was gonna slide down the embankment to go pee behind. Yeah, and I was like, fucking bitch, go pee in between the doors. So she's peeing.
Didn't she like take all the napkins I keep in the glove compartment?
Not all of them. But she took them, yeah, and she went and she peed and she comes back in and she said, she's like, that was so nice. And I was like, I can't stand you right now. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. I'm still in my pajamas.
Like an hour and a half of sleep.
I'm still in my pajamas. Unreal. So I'm like, I'm going to hold it. I'm going to be a champ. And I'm going to hold it. No. A half hour went by and I was like, again, crying again, that I was going to have to do the same thing my mom did and go in between the doors. So we reopened the doors and did whatever. My mom's laughing at me first off. It's not funny. So I go, I'm in moccasins, like Ugg moccasins. Okay, I'm out there. It took me 10 minutes because at first I was like, I didn't, computing the motion of squatting without squatting and peeing. Like, I was like, it's not working. And I'm literally like, Mom, I can't do this. On the side of the road, she gets out of the car. She's laughing. And she's like, come on, just pee already. And I'm like, shut up. Just pull your pants down and pee. And I was like, okay. So I just like kind of enough where my butt was out. I had my jacket up, whatever. And I'm finally peeing. But okay, the road I didn't notice was like a little tilted, and I was kind of, like this, and the hill was like that. Let's just say I couldn't stop the pee because I was peeing so bad, so I peed all over my shoes because it was like at the bottom of that little hill, and I was facing the wrong way, and the pee was. And the entire time I was like, it's happening. There's nothing I can do about it.
Well,
it's coming. It's happening. I have to throw my shoes out. The steam from my pee hitting the cold ground because it's -7 is like unreal. Unfucking real.
It's gross.
And I'm sitting there and I'm finally done and I get up because it took me 10 minutes to pee because that's how long I was holding my pee. And my mom comes out and she gets this close to my face and was like, "Hi, you had to be in the side of the road!" And I was like, I can't, I'm gonna leave you here next time, woman, to just figure it out. And so at that point it was already like 1:30, so we had to leave. My uncle came back, stayed with the car, and I had to take my mom to work in my piss shoes. I was in my piss shoes for more than an hour.
Moral of this story, don't pick people up on the side of the road.
Just
leave them.
Only that shit happens to me.
Also, don't wear, fancy Uggs.
And most importantly, don't fall asleep watching Conan the Barbarian because you think he's hot. You will not have nice dreams.
Really, I feel like the moral of this is like, don't pee on yourself. Like, always have a
Dude.
bottle in your car. Always have something.
If I had a bottle, I would have missed.
No,
I would have missed. There's no way.
Here's an anatomy lesson.
Shut up.
Your urethra, you stick it on the urethra.
Yeah, but what happens if you're a sprayer?
You're fine. You'll spray
It's
in the
not
bottle.
that big of a hole.
Wait, what if you have a Snapple bottle? That's a huge mouth.
Well, what are the chances are that you have an empty Snapple bottle sitting
I
in
drink
your
a
car?
lot of Snapple, so
I
I have
don't.
a lot of Snapple in my car.
Alright, whatever. Well, anyway. That was today's story time. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm sure there will be many, many, many more stories to come. So,
like this video, subscribe so you can always keep up with our crazy, crazy lives. And, do all the stuff in the little box below. Go watch our old videos. Did you watch the yoga story time about that one time I went in a guy's yoga van?
yeah,
go back. I get emails.
Get over that one.
I get emails for that email list.
Well,
we're Celine.
And I'm Val. See you next time.